This is Seawolves. Storm? Or not.
Happy Halloween, Seawolves. It's the last day of October, the beginning of the 11th week of the semester, and a day for us to run around campus in costumes to hopefully collect some candy. I'm Catherine Percacci. Let me remind you that this broadcast is a co-production of students like me at Stony Brook School of Communication and Journalism and our brothers and sisters at the School of Marine and Atmospheric Sciences. As much as we've been looking forward to today, we recognize that a tragedy occurred in Seoul over the past weekend. About 6,862 miles east of us, Halloween festivities took a horrific turn. At least 2 Americans are among more than 150 people who were killed in a crash in Seoul over the weekend. Our South Korean expert, Won-sun Jung, tells us more, and we want to warn you some of the images may be disturbing.
South Korea's President Seo Yoon visited a memorial altar today to honor 150 victims during the Halloween festival in Itaewon. As investigators continue to look into cause of this tragedy, the president announced a week-long national mourning week until November 5. Last Saturday, tens of thousands of young people flocked to a narrow alley in Itaewon, becoming affordable. Witnesses say the first responder couldn't reach people in need since people were falling like domino, full of people and slow-moving cars.
There was a mix of things I heard, but there was panic coming towards us, some shouts of fear, but also confusion.
There's so many people. What are you gonna do with 10 people? Yeah. And I had to turn around and I told the crowd, you can't come this way. People are dying.
According to South Korean officials, most of the victims are people in 20s and 30s. So almost 2/3 of people killed were women. For Stony Brook storm or not, this is Won-sun Jung. So sad, Kat. Stony Brook does have its own campus in South Korea, but as far as we know, none of our CEOs abroad have been injured.
That's good to hear. On what is hopefully a brighter note, let's go to our meteorologist in training, Skylar Day Harmon. She is out in the field, as in track and field.
Thanks, Kat. Happy Halloween to you. I'm going to give you a forecast that's going to make you want to run outside. The sky today, not red, not white, but blue. We have a high of 65 degrees with a low of 59, a southwest wind of 5 miles per hour. Absolutely award-winning forecast. Back to you in the studio. This has been Skylar Day Harmon, Spooky Triathlon Finisher.
Thanks, Skylar. We're lucky to have such great weather today compared to 10 years ago. It's hard to believe it's been that long since Superstorm Sandy hit much of the East Coast. Our storm watcher, Irina Ivanuk, has more.
10 years ago, Superstorm Sandy hit New York. The hurricane brought high-speed winds, heavy rains, and a 14-foot storm surge. 500,000 people lost power for more than a week. The Superstorm Sandy formed in the Central Caribbean on October 22nd. Sandy moved northeast of the United States until turning west toward the Middle Atlantic coast on the 28th. I'll never forget that day because right a day before, my little brother was born. Well, he's 10 now, so not so little anymore. Since then, the Long Island Power Authority has upgraded the electric grid to prevent widespread outages in for future storm. If a Sandy-like storm were to hit New York today, the impact would be even more extreme because the oceans are higher than they were just a decade ago. Blame the climate change for that. But it seems like we are ready for another Sandy. Sandy also brought positive impacts on water quality in the Great South Bay. NASA Water Quality found that nitrogen levels has decreased after the superstorm. This caused the decreasement of phytoplankton in waters, which provided healthier life for eels, clams, scallops, and other marine habitats. As Dr. Flack from SOMA says, Sandy came out to be a blessing in disguise. To find out if there are any superstorm in the future, let's turn to my friend and a SOMA student, Sam Lankovitz. Today, Sam is really channeling the marine part of Marine and Atmospheric School. Sam?
Thanks, Irina. There's no Sandy-like storm forming right now, but let's take a look at what's happening in the Atlantic. Currently, we are tracking Tropical Storm Lisa in the Caribbean. According to NOAA, this storm reached max sustained winds of 40 miles per hour and has a probable path hitting Belize and Guatemala. Jamaica remains under a tropical storm watch for the rest of today. But what is the weather going to be like here in Stony Brook? Well, we heard about Halloween from our #1 weather tracker and track star herself, Skylar, and it looks like this evening's overcast weather will make for some spooky trick-or-treating tonight. So tonight, overnight showers will last into tomorrow morning, mainly before 8 a.m., but the rain clouds will stick around throughout the day, so be prepared for some more showers in the afternoon on Tuesday. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s this week. Wednesday will reach a high of 68 degrees. It will be mostly sunny, a little breezy later on as we cool off to a chilly 49 degrees overnight. The rest of this week, we will have unseasonably mild temperatures, reaching a high of 61 on Friday and a high of 70 on Saturday. So just in time for this weekend, so everyone enjoy your plans this weekend. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Sam. You really killed it in that shark costume today. I'm glad we have some nice weather coming up this week. I still remember going out trick-or-treating the year Sandy hit, despite the power outages. I don't remember how successful we were in finding candy, but it was a chance to get out of the house. It is the end of October, which not only signals the start of the holiday season, but also the unfortunate flu season. President Maury McGinnis reminded us through her Instagram account to get a flu shot, along with the Omicron booster, so go get your vaccines today. That is all we have for you today, so now I'm going to take these wings and fly to the other Halloween festivities of the day. Have a very spooky and safe Halloween, Seawolves.
This is Seawolves Storm